Hi, I have in front of me a Triax high definition bullet camera. So the key specifications on this is it has a varifocal lens 2.8mm to 12mm, and also it comes with 36 meter IR range on it. Triax are a premium brand, and these cameras are actually very good quality. We use them actually in our own security installation on our compound where we're based. And even though we'll say technology has moved on, we'll say, and there's a lot of, we'll say, 1, 2, 3 megapixel cameras out there, the picture quality from these is still excellent, and you'll still find in most we'll say, even where people are using 2 megapixel, 3 megapixel DVRs, they're using a mix of cameras, including cameras like such as this, simply because they're ideal for things like covering back areas, yards, things like this, because of good range and good picture sharpness. And like 960H 700 TVL is still very good picture quality. So what I'll do here is I'll just give an overview of the 2 color types we have. It's listed as a single product on the freetv.ie website. It's simply grey and white. White is more popular, but we do grey, we do sell quite a number of as well. So it comes in the outer box, which we see here. And what we have is the user manual, which is in English. We have 4 plugs and 4 screws with 2 different sizes of Allen keys here. And we have a little template which we can use for mounting this directly onto the wall. We have the basic camera here, and we have an extension bar which we use to actually push the camera slightly further out from the wall. So if we just look at the basic design of it here, if we just look at the base part of it, what we can see here is with the 4 holes that will match up with the plugs and screws, we can mount it. And there's 2 cable connections here. There's a 2.1mm power DC input here, and also, which would recommend, we'll say, a 12 volt 1 amp or 2 amp camera. People are generally using it, or be using off a multiple power supply. And then also we have a BNC connection here. And what we have then is we have this adjustable base here, which I'll talk about in a little while, but we'll just move on for another minute here. We'll just talk about the flexibility on this here. So what we have is the ability to adjust both the focus and the zoom, and this is a very clever thing where they've actually built in a little tool which we can use for actually doing the adjustment into the knob on the back here. So it's protected, you can't adjust it directly, but what you do is you take it off, you rotate it around and you use that to adjust the zoom or focus in and out, and then you have it in a lock position afterwards. So the focus is on this side, the zoom is on this side, and if we just unscrew the central part here, we can see where we can actually bring up menus, all the rest of it directly on it here. So we can go with the set thing, all the rest of it. And if we were using a meter directly with this, it'd be super, because we have our little meter here and we can do an adjustment on it. We could of course do this from the DVR as well, but it is handier actually when the meter, local meter which we sell here, to just do the adjustment. So I'll just take that off for a second. And then if we look in the front, we'll see the range of LEDs here, which is giving the 36 meter range on it. And we have a cover here as well. So it's sort of a visor to protect both from sun and also to a less extent from rain going directly onto the lens. In terms of the adjustment that we can achieve on it here, if we'll see here, we can mount directly on it. What we can do is we can make a decision that we're going to rotate 180 degrees, both sides. Now we can see here, while it's a little bit advantage sometimes to use the arm to come out, but in reality, we'll say in most setups here, unless you're trying to get past a local obstacle, it's fine. And then what we can do is we can tilt the angle over and back, and then what we can do is we can tilt the angle of the actual bracket, so we can actually aim it downwards, something like that, okay? So you get a general idea of the flexibility that comes with it. So we're able to cover the full range, 180 degrees left and right, and then tilt down as well. So the grey is exactly the same as what we're after seeing here. So overall, we'll say this is a good product. What we did is we just made a decision, and we sometimes get opportunities like that. The Triax are moving to a new range, and we're able to buy all of these up, but they've sold extremely well for us here. And in terms of general workability, picture resolution, all the rest of it work extremely well, and the fact they come with night vision from a brand name company. So that's it anyway, the Triax high definition bullet camera with 36 meter IR and a varifocal lens, 2.8 to 12 millimeters.